Apply your skills EX06-A03. Create charts and move and size embedded charts in Excel. Step 1. Start Excel. Start a new workbook and save it as EX06-A03-Net Income in the EX 2013 Lesson 6 folder. Step 2. Create the worksheet and embedded column chart shown. Choose an appropriate chart layout so the negative numbers dip below the category axis in the chart. You will need to type in the information from the sheet in your textbook. I will start by typing net income, current year, in cell A1. Then I'll move to cell B3 and type January. You should use the skills you have learned up to this point to make things easier for you. For example, I'll autofill cell B3 to the right to fill the months through June. I'll now type in the values in A4 through E6 and B4 through G5. In cell B6, I could just type in the values shown in the textbook, but I should use a formula here. Net income is revenue minus expenses. See the note in the textbook. So the formula I type in cell B6 is equals B4 minus B5. I don't need to use absolute or mixed addressing here because I'm not referring to a static cell. I can then autofill cell B6 to the right. Lastly, I'll type in the value at cell H3 and use the AutoSum function to calculate the values in cells H4 through H6. Now that the values are correctly entered, you can create the chart. If you look at the chart in the textbook, the data that is being used is revenue, expenses, and net income for January through June. So we will choose the range A3 through G6 on the worksheet. Note, don't choose column H. This will distort the graph. Now you need to pick the correct chart. If you choose the Insert tab, Charts group, and Recommended Chart command, the first graph on the list looks like the right one. This is the clustered column chart. Now you need to add a title and move the legend to the top part of the chart. Step 3. Move the chart to a separate sheet and rename the sheet tab Net Income Chart. Right-click on the chart and choose Move Chart. Select the New Sheet button and press OK. Step 4. Rename the Worksheet tab Net Income Analysis. Step 5. Add the color of your choice to the Net Income Analysis tab. Exploring other chart types and modify existing charts. Step 6. Create a pie chart on a separate sheet showing revenues for the first 6 months of the year. Name the sheet Revenue Chart. Here we are looking at the revenue data, so we will choose A3 through G4. You could choose Insert Chart and then move it to another sheet, as we did before, but we will use a different method here. Press the F11 key. This will create a new sheet and insert the chart into that sheet. The chart isn't the correct type, so you need to change it to a pie chart. Step 7. Explode the largest pie slice. This step can be troublesome. You will use the mouse to select, then drag the pie slice away from the center. To do this, you must ensure only the slice you want is selected. The best way to describe this method is a slow left click on the slice. Click on the slice, pause a second, then click again. The slice is now the only slice selected. Now hold the left mouse button down and drag the slice away from the center. Step 8. Change the chart colors of both charts to shades of gray, suitable for printing on a grayscale printer. Step 9. Italicize the chart title of both charts. Create trend lines and spark lines. Step 10. Include a linear trend line within the column chart for the net income and loss column. Choose the chart. Right-click one of the net income loss columns and choose Add Trend Line. Choose the linear option and close the trend line window. Step 11. Within the Net Income Analysis tab, include column spark lines in column I for revenue, expenses, and net income. First, select the range I4 through I6. This is where the spark lines will go. Select Insert tab, Spark Lines, column. Now select the range B4 through G4 and press OK. Step 12. Modify each sparkline to highlight the highest data point. Ensure the range I4 through I6 is selected. In the Sparkline Tools tab, place a check mark next to the High Point option. The rest of the steps in the textbook for this assignment are very straightforward, so I will not be demonstrating them.